There's nothing I hate in this world more than those pesky creatures. And everyone who knows me knows that I'm constantly hunting mosquitoes. However, because of my two 4-year-olds, I've had to limit my use of store-bought insecticides for this purpose. So you can imagine how delighted I was to find that I could make my own chemical-free mosquito repellent at home. And with very simple ingredients too. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So come with me as I make this simple, all-natural mosquito repellent using just these two powerful plants, lemongrass and rosemary. Let's see if besides their amazing smell, we can also add mosquito repellents to their portfolio, shall we? The most exciting part of this process for me is the fact that I finally get to put the lemongrass plant at my backyard to good use, which was what you saw at the beginning of this video. I harvested a few stalks from the outer perimeter using a knife and cutting as close to the base as possible. So the first thing I've done is to rinse the grass thoroughly in water to get rid of any sand. Then I've also gone ahead to cut off those dead ends that you always find sticking out in lemongrass. Now I'm just getting rid of any water that's left on the grass by wiping down with a tissue paper. This is going to help prolong the shelf life of the oil that we're making. But be careful here because lemongrass is sharp like that. Using a scissors, I'm just going to cut this into smaller pieces. This will help to release its natural essence, which is what keeps mosquitoes, insects, and even reptiles away. You can use a kitchen knife if you like, but don't skip this step because cutting it up makes it 100 times better. Now that I have my lemongrass all prepped and ready, let's prep the second ingredient, rosemary. I'm using dried rosemary leaves, but feel free to use fresh rosemary leaves if you have access to those. They both work just fine. Taking 1 spoonful, I've gone ahead to crush those using a mortar and pestle. Use a blender if you prefer. As with the lemongrass, this step is important in releasing its goodness and will also make for better infusion into the carrier oil. Done prepping both ingredients, so I'm just combining them in a heat transferable plate, and I'm using olive oil as my carrier oil, making sure that the leaves are completely submerged in the oil, which is why I didn't use all the lemongrass here. Now I'm going to use the double boiler method to help the lemongrass and rosemary transfer their goodness into the oil. And that just means I placed the plates containing the ingredients over a pot of boiling water while stirring at intervals. I'm doing this on low heat so the oil doesn't burn. And with the lemongrass starting to look like this, I know that the oil has absorbed all the natural goodness from the lemongrass and rosemary leaves. So I take it off the fire and let it sit for about 30 minutes to cool. Then I'm going ahead to strain the oil using a cheesecloth, and I just prefer to use a cheesecloth for this process because I feel like it does a better job of getting everything out. But you can definitely use any sieve or filter that you have. Is it just me, or are you also appreciating how beautiful this oil looks? I mean, this video doesn't even do it justice. I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely exceeded my expectation. As for what's left of the herbs, I'm saving them in the refrigerator alongside the remaining lemongrass that I didn't use. I'm going to make them into a hairspray. And that's how you make lemongrass and rosemary oil. Now I'm just transferring the oil into clean bottles, one a handy spray bottle that I can carry with me when I'm outdoors, and a bigger bottle to store the oil in the refrigerator, where it can last several months as long as you follow the instructions in this video to the T. Can we all just take a moment to appreciate this beauty? Anyway, to use this, all you need to do is rub a small amount on exposed skin before going outdoors. And I must say, this oil is so moisturizing. And at this point, I was wondering why I didn't know about this oil during my service here in the village. 10 years ago. I mean, imagine a DIY oil that you can make all by yourself in the comfort of your home with no chemicals that smells amazing, is moisturizing, and also repels insects. Wow, don't mind my face. It has nothing to do with the way I feel about this oil. Trust me. And the smell. Oh, you already know what lemongrass and rosemary smell like on their own. So imagine what the combo smells like. It smells incredible. But topical application is not the only way you can use this oil as a mosquito repellent. If you're like me, you hate seeing mosquitoes as much as you hate being bitten by them. So measure out 1/8 cup of your oil into a spray bottle, and then to that add 1 cup of water. Go ahead to shake that, and I know oil and water don't mix, but oh well, just do it anyway. I'm still holding my breath as I spray this around the entrances of my home. But of course, apart from the sweet smell, there was nothing noteworthy until I went to sit outside at night. Now I couldn't capture that. But believe me when I say, it might have taken several sprays to keep them at bay, but they eventually got the message and probably relayed it to the others. What I'm trying to say in essence is, it worked! It really did. When I woke up the next day, I saw lots of insects on the floor and even a few mosquitoes. So it didn't just repel them, it also killed some stubborn ones. To be honest, if I didn't try it myself, I would never have believed in a million years how powerful this thing is. But don't take my word for it. You need to try this out, and when you do, please let me know your feedback in the comment section. And that's how you make and use a natural mosquito repellent with no harsh chemicals, just nature's own protection. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Hit the subscribe button for more DIY videos like this, and share this video with someone who hates mosquitoes as much as we do. I'll see you in another video, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.